Yes, he is. I think, you know what, I think my only complaint with Banjo when I've ever used him is that his up tilt has a very specific hitbox. And had they been a little bit more generous with his up tilt, I would have been fine with his character. Like, and maybe fix a little bit his up air. But I think the rest of his moves are pretty good.
Lots of them are situationally good, I feel.
Yeah.
Like stuff like the down tilt, if you're trying to get a 2-frame, really good. But something like on stage, I don't know. If you get the tipper hitbox, then it's fine, but
don't you do it.
Get a follow-up.
So Emma, showing me that he's got some egg setups here. I like it. Show me what you got. But Ling.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God, Ling.
Oh, that's a whole stug.
Ling! How can you do this? This is why we love Ling, right?
Yeah.
Ling is one of the top punishers when it comes to the Peach games. Like, he gets a down tilt, it's over. Gets at least a 50% or a KO.
It's either absolutely over or potentially over, you know?
So now the situation where like a full stock deficit, Ling doesn't have to play aggressive, but he likes it. He wants to get in there.
Yeah.
Now, but this is where Banjo really struggles. Having to approach is the greatest weakness that Banjo has. There's not much he can do to open his opponent.
Just have to find these raw hits. I haven't seen a lot of like, you know, reverse forward airs either. He's just going for those egg tosses.
So right now at this percent, I don't think down throw to an up tilt would KO. So I think he's trying to see if he can stack up. But ooh, I don't think he really wanted that forward smash. And
how is he gonna kill a Peach player who's constantly in the air, has a forward air that's pretty much yours but better?
I mean, he's got a backer that he could use, but that means you got to jump read.
Yeah, because you're not going to get a grab on Peach, you know?
And there he was committed to the
unless
the
you drag him down.
Up to
he mashes out.
Mash! There's definitely
You better believe that a Peach player is going to be able to mash out.
But a good back throw gets a KO. 154%. If any stray Peach forward air or back air, I think that's a KO situation. Oh, here we go. Wow, wasn't able to get the follow-up. It's tough because Banjo's got the combos, but it's a lot tighter than, you know, it's not as easy going, and there's not a lot of liberty for you to work with. So he has to really get these combos off just to get like a 30% combo.
You know, something else that just occurred to me is how Banjo relies a lot on item play, like how well he can play around his grenade and like not letting other people grab it. Because if they grab it from you, it's really bad for Banjo. But Peach is also a player that arguably plays even more with projectiles. So the chances that they grab the grenade and use it better than you, not that far off.
No, yeah.
Just like a Pac-Man player, like
as well.
If you play Pac-Man and like the other person plays the projectiles or item game better than you, it's a very bad time.
As well, you have to consider that these projectiles, they're not that fast. You know, they cover space, but they don't cover all that much space. So, like, if he wants to kind of approach or force Ling in a bad situation, he has to move. Look how, like, it's very clear that Ling's not afraid of these grenades. And the egg itself, if it's at max distance, all it does is just, you know, stagger you. It stops you a little bit.
When it comes to grenade, he's just floating around it.
And there we go. Emma able to kind of use that. He grabs the grenade rather than just letting it bounce around, and he's able to kind of force Ling on the platform, and he gets a Wonder Wave.
Very risky. He threw that grenade and then immediately went for side B, assuming he would jump out from the grenade.
Oh, that's a stitch. That's a stitch. That's a stitch.
Yeah, but it's the same thing that we've seen earlier today when they're playing against these high-level top players. They're not winning their neutral interactions. Like, they're not getting the reads. They're not getting their whiff punishes. It's mostly just, like, when we saw Pellet and Sonics, they're getting stray hits, and they're making the most of it. Just, you know, catching them off guard kind of thing. But we're not seeing, like, I know Ling is going to hit my shield and then, like, put shield and then I can grab him, stuff like that, read the spot dodge and then cover it with a lingering aerial and continue my advantage. It's mostly that. It's mostly like...
right now, they're just having the hardest time pushing their advantage. Like, keeping these top players in disadvantage has been the hardest thing for our players right now. Now, we're going to... I think it's been a minute, but I feel like I have not seen Battlefield at all. And I'm very happy that we got Battlefield.
We have not seen Battlefield.
Like we got a small Battlefield, not Battlefield itself. Now, because Emma picked here, I'm wondering if he's trying to use like the platforms to keep Peach in a juggle state and able to get a sour spot there, but
Just barely getting that side beat.
But Emma hasn't yet been able to kind of really capitalize or use these platforms to the most potential, the max potential. I can see how he can use these platforms with the egg gun, but I don't know how much more he can carry this.
We'll see. Again, he's getting these stray hits, but Ling is just waiting for the whiff punishes and getting those hits, just floating on top of those grenades.
He got angsty, he let it go very too quick, and now he's down to stock. But 80%, nothing to scoff at. But if I was in Emma's situation right now, like I need to get these KOs. That is the first time we're getting to see the egg into nair conversion.
Yeah, he turned around and everything to follow everything.
Ooh, he was worried about a follow-up after the falling forward air, but
Trying to cover that aerial space so Ling can just float in and put pressure on top of Emma.
so now Ling is more than happy to stay up there because
Just play for the timeout.
Banjo cannot really climb up vertically that fast. So using this, forcing Emma to kind of commit to the air, put in a bad position, and that's when he'll then come back in.
And the moment he whiffs something, he's just going to get those hits and start his combos, or
There you
at least
go.
start his advantage.
Yeah. He was high enough that the backer just didn't hit at all. There we go. Nice item re-grabs into a throw.
He's already recognized that Emma plays very angsty too, so he's making the most of that. I remember in Smash Factor, the only advice that, the best advice that Ling gave me is he said, todo el mundo se desespera.
Yeah.
Todo el mundo.
Everybody gets desperate.
Everybody gets desperate. Even Leo, even Tweak. Eventually, they'll get desperate.
Everybody cracks.
Everybody cracks at some point or another.
Ooh, man, this is tough. He's just at 160%, and he's not able to get a stray aerial, a grab again. Like, I'm pretty sure at this point, the throw would kill, but once again, did a falling forward to spot dodge, and Ling was ready for that moment.
Oh, gets that punish from the ledge grab. Trying to get that turnip combo from ledge drop. Very dangerous. One of those things that you have to avoid at all costs.
I think if Emma was to make a comeback here, he has to have to get stronger conversions. And some of these reads have to be the strongest punishes that you can get. So, what kind of call out will Emma get, or is Ling just going to shut it out?
Yeah, he doesn't have a lot of Wonder Ring uses either, which is such a consistent kill option. Can cover so much aerial space for Ling not being able to just be comfortable in the air at higher percent. So, really, how would Banjo make this comeback?
And the thing is, because Ling has been in the air, Emma hasn't been able to use his other tilts. His down tilt is one of the best, like weird, wonky spacing tools that you can use against grounded opponents. But Ling has been in the air. He hasn't been able to use it.
These grenades are hitting here and there, but they're not really doing much in controlling space. Ling is just floating above them.
I feel like sometimes these egg combos, the egg ladder, right, into a nair, it seems like the nair startup is just not fast enough to just make that consistent. And he hasn't been able to get all that much.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. What?
That's amazing.
That is.
I didn't know that.
That is knowledge.
He didn't even because when Banjo crashes into the ledge, he bounces back and you hit him, but he didn't do that. He punished the end leg. He almost two-framed that side B and then gets the back air.
He was aware how, he was right above it.
Yeah.
He waited for it to the last duration where there's no invincibility, and he's so aware of the turnip's knockback that he was ready for the back air. I'm just like, okay, you know too much.
Yeah,
all right.
it's
much. National treasure kind of knowledge. That's like, you know too much. Where's the parchments? Where's the quill? One of the things is that he does share that knowledge with a lot of the other Peach players. He has